Hello everyone, welcome back to Johnny's NetSec YouTube channel. In this video, I'm gonna introduce a new way to have your own blog. Completely free and also fully integrate with Notion. Notion is a platform which can record all your notes, write all your thoughts, and also plan your life. Or even plan your product. It's a single workplace. You can do many things, or you can run an entire company. So if you know how to use Notion, this GitHub project I found recently, NotionNext, will definitely give you a new way how to use your Notion and how to write your blog posts. It originally came from Craig Gary's Nobelian project, but it's improved a lot in this new project. So now let's start it. I will give you more introduction about those two projects. As mentioned before, now we have two GitHub projects, NotionNext and Nobelian. So what's the difference? Let's take a look at NotionNext demo site. So this will be much more attractive from my point of view. Here is very plain Nobelian demo website. Of course, there's a much more thing we can choose. Right now we are using HEO scene, so they have much more things here. There's Git book scene, Hexo, Metary, Media, Next. So Nobelian, even Nobelian scene is also built in for this NotionNext project. You can choose from those scenes and then select the one you like. For me, I personally like this HXO scene, and based on that, I changed it a bit because there's too many Chinese here. I think for more people to use it, I would like to use it in English. So here is what I got. So I keep the theme but change it complete in English. So if you like this, so you can fork from my GitHub project, NotionNext. It's the same name, but forked from original one. And only 3 steps you will need it. All steps has been recorded into my blog post here. Now let me take you through those 3 necessary steps and other optional steps one by one. Step 1. Clone my Notion template. It's also very simple to do, and also it's free. You just need to go to notion.so, this website, and get the Notion for free. You may want to continue with your Google account based on what you have. So I'm gonna continue with my list Google account. So now need to onboarding based on your usage. So it's for personal use or it's for your team. That's how it looks like once you logged in. But we don't have to make any changes here. What we need to do is we just need to make a little bit clone work, just clone based on my existing template, which is translated from original author's template. You can find out the link from my blog post or from here. So that's the link I have right now. Once you log in Notion, you just find out this link, and then you just starting to click this duplicate. I will post a link in this video description, the steps guide in there. You will also have my blog post link in the video description to see the details how you can do it step by step. Choose the duplicate. Just duplicate everything you have in this template. Then this gonna become to yours. It may take 1 minute to get it done, since I already have quite a few post example shows there. Perfect. Once you clone the template, make sure you have share and publish. Then you need to publish to web, which means everyone gonna able to access your Notion's database. If you want to keep it private, then you need to do using a different way, using token to access to it, but that the token need to be updated every 180 days. That's a different story. So for me, yeah, I like to publish it since it's public blog. I would like to create, publish it to web. So here is the link. That's your link. You may want to copy this link out and put it into your notepad, because the one thing we will need is this ID. This will be your Notion ID, which gonna be used in next step. So just keep it here. So that's our first step, clone a template. We are done for our first step. The second step is easiest step to do. What we need to do is just fork the joining NetSec NotionNext repository to your own. As you can see, joining NetSec NotionNext is also forked from original NotionNext repository, but we already made some changes on the theme and on the configuration files to make it much more easy to read in English. So there are already 4.3Ks for NotionNext project. So what we do is just fork into my own repository, NotionNext, create fork. That's it. We are done our fork. So that's all we need to do. So we're gonna go to step 3. Now we go into our third step. It's also simple to do. We're gonna deploy this NotionNext project to Vercel. So Vercel, I had a previous video to show you how to use it. You can find it from this video, and you also can find the link from video description. For today's video, I just log in with our GitHub account, whatever you already logged in your GitHub, just using it to log into your Vercel. I already have some other project deployed before, which you also can find from the video above. For today, to deploy this NotionNext, click add a new project. So we're gonna go to our 51sec Git repository and search. You can type NotionNext, but if you just import it in, so you will have NotionNext for here to import. Click NotionNext, give a name. Don't click deploy yet. Don't deploy because there's one extra step we need to do. As I mentioned before, we have this Notion page ID. We need to put it in. So this is the value, and the name is Notion _ page ID. You will find this name from video description or from blog post. Basically, copy this ID. I'm going to show you this ID again. This is from your published Notion database link. Just copy this web link. If you did share and publish it, and then you will get this link. Copy it to Notepad, and that ID we needed. And before the question mark, copy this one and paste into your Vercel project with a new variable name, Notion _ page _ ID. After that, just deploy it. That's the only thing you need to do in a Vercel. Create a new variable, which is for your Notion ID, because Vercel need to know where is your Notion database. Wait about 2-3 minutes. The deployment should be able to done without any error message. Then our website will be up and running. I will pause the video here and come back once it's done. Once you receive this congratulations page, and now you can continue to the dashboard. So you can see preview this website. It's exactly the same as I have. Continue to dashboard. So there's already have a random assigned domain available for you. You can customize this domain, and also you can use your own domain. For now, you just open this link to take a look. This effective thinking website which I created. There's gonna be a template. I will show you how it looks like in the back end, how you can customize it to become your own. So for the next step, I'm going to show you how to use your own domain for this website. Again, this is optional step. If you're already happy with this website and with this domain, you don't have to go to next step. You can use it now every day and posting your thinking, your corrections, and your notes and your plan using this blog. But if you like to get your own domain, and if you want to give a different name, then you can follow the steps to change to your own domain. So go to domains page here. Right now we have this domain assigned to us. This is random generated based on your project name, but of course you can change it. For example, you can change it 51 notes as I did here. Save. Then you can visit with 51 notes.vercel.app, or you can add your own domain. So for example, I'm going to create one called notes.51sec.org. Easy to remember. Add it. Now we need to verify it. We need to using CNAME to verify it. We need to copy it, CNAME record in our domain server. So what we do is copy this value, copy everything here, and go back to my domain management center, which I'm using Cloudflare. I don't have nodes.dns record, so I'm going to add one. It's a CNAME and node target. You can put a proxy status on or off, doesn't matter, and then save it. Then you can go back to your Vercel right away. It's validated. Now we should be able to use it using our domain. It may take a little while for the SSL certificate, those things to be spin up in the back end. You see, this is generating SSL certificate for our list domain. It may take another 1 or 2 minutes. I will pause my video and come back once this step finished. I waited about probably 1 minute. Then that generating SSL certificate notification is gone. So it's completely gone. Let's try again. The site is up and our SSL certificate is secure. And it's running on our own domain. That's pretty much all from this video, but before I end my video, I want to show you how you can create a new blog post, how you can use it. There's a couple ways to do that. Go to Notion.so website, and you can starting to do new article. There's a template already created. So then you can type your story here. After that, you need to select a couple things. Type is post. You can choose between those. Of course, you need to make it published status to send it out. Also, you may want to put a category on. You also can put a password to protect it. But that's most important things we need to do. You also can change the cover here. You can use your searched out cover for this blog post. For me, I'm just trying to use template to see what we can get. Perfect. After that, I'm going to change the title. Article 1 from template. The last thing you may want to do is change the date. Since this is very old date, you may want to change it to recent one. For today's date, that will make it much clearer to show the latest date, and it will come through the top of your records in your database because it's sorted by date. So if you change to the latest one, this one will be there. So this is the one way to publish your post. You can add it to whatever you want. You can insert photo, type, the notes and thinking. There's another way I like to use, which is using a Notion extension. So how you can get it? You can go to this 3 dot, go to extension menu. There's a visit Chrome Web Store. Just search Notion and then add into your Google Chrome if you're using that. So this Notion Web Creeper, you can add it to your Chrome. I already added. So once you did that, you can just basically, when anything interesting you from your blog post, from your browser, from your applications, you can send it to Notion. This can be done from your Chrome or from your application, as long as they supported Notion, and then they can forward the information to Notion. So you need to add it to. So where you want to add it to? Of course, you want it added to your database. Just select your database, effective thinking, that's what I have, save page. Then you can open in Notion, or you can go back to your Notion page and then find out. Usually it's at the end of your database. Because it's new, so there's some column not populated yet. So I'm going to show you from here. So you go to the bottom of your database records and choose the type as post, change the category to collection because you collected from internet, and you may want to give a text. For example, this is only thoughts, and the status of course need to be published for it to go to public. So then at the last step, you may want to add a cover or change it, because random cover may not match your content. So basically you can change the cover, search. What I'm gonna type is Notion. I don't know if there's something there. Great. So that's what I like. Notion. You can reposition your cover to better matching your content. After all these things done, don't forget to put the date on. By default it's empty, then you put the latest date. Once it's done, it's done. It will automatically shows on the top because it's new. It's here, Notion Web Creeper. We know we have published 2 posts. Let's go back to your site and refresh it to see how it looks like. It may take 1 or 2 minutes for those new blog posts to show up because of the caching, but eventually it will show there. Now it shows up here. Just take a couple minutes So we have article 1, we have a Notion Web Creeper. If there's anything wrong, you may want to go back to your settings to take a look. For example, if you go to the settings, you may want to check the environment variables to make sure this variable is matching your published share Notion ID. This ID before the question mark, those 32 characters, make sure you copy it correctly back to your project settings to make sure it's matching here. So if you found it's not matching, then change it and then you need to deploy it. So that's all for my today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if there's any questions, please let me know. If you like this video, as usual, give me a thumb up and also subscribe my channel if you haven't. That will give me a great support. Thank you for watching. See you in my next episode.